Greetings, everyone. Happy Monday. How y'all doing today? I am the Moon Mama, and welcome to our Master Nodal class, where we are following the nodes through Virgo and Pisces. We're currently in the window of our first eclipse of the year. It will happen on Thursday in Virgo. We're going to have a lunar eclipse. The moon will be in Virgo, and we're having a full moon lunar eclipse, which is so exciting for me. Exactly. So I am just setting up my sacred space, and I really want to have a conversation today to help you guys understand the mechanics of how this astrology stuff works. The moon is currently in Leo, and we have had the sun in Pisces for the sun has been in Pisces now for 20 days, I believe. So that's about 3 weeks. and um and if you can feel, the energy is starting to really pick up. One of the things about astrology that supports me, hey Queen Mammying. Okay, Queen Mommying. Queen Mommying. I love that. I love that. Um, so the thing about the astrology is that the astrology follows the energy. The astrology, to me, the astrology is God's true language. It's symbolism. And the divine feminine, the creator of all, uses symbolism. It doesn't speak English. It speaks symbolism. It speaks signs and symbols. It whispers, right? But the energy is always present. And so you can always access it if you are attuned to it. If you are open and attuned to being able to hear, to be sensitive enough to receive from the invisible realm. There is a hidden realm right here in on the tip of our noses. You can't see it with your eyes. You can't perceive it with your ego mind. It's something that you can only access through a deep internal connection to yourself that then turns it on. Like when you're deeply connected to yourself, it turns on the hidden invisible reality. But your mind, you have to be attuned to it. And so astrology has helped me attune to that which I cannot see, but that I can sense, intuit. Like it's like I'm like the astrology helps me stalk it. The astrology helps me be like, okay, I know you're there. It brings me into it. This is my morning cacao because the moon is in Leo, and Leo rules the heart. Now, God, I have so many things I want to say. I just want to say it in ways that make sense. And I want to bring a new I want to bring a new tool in today. Like I'm prepared to bring a new tool in. So that's what's going on in my mind. I'm like, how am I going to do this? Because I'm not all this is my operation, right? Like so whatever it is, it's because I've created it that way. When I was younger living in Los Angeles, I really wanted to have my own TV show. Like Oprah was my hero. And I think many of us from my generation might relate to that. But she was having conversations about spirituality long before it was popular. And she was having conversations with people like Deepak Chopra and Gary Zukav, and they were talking about how to have this spiritual experience. And so I very much appreciated Oprah's narratives around that particular topic. And I wanted to have a show. And then I had an opportunity to have my own show. And it was like a internet show. And, there were producers and camera people and all that stuff was there. And I was there and I was like, this isn't right. This isn't what it is. I hadn't developed my concept, my own scientific understanding enough yet to be able to bring what I wanted to bring to the public or to the community that I serve. And so I had the show, but the topic wasn't what was really aligned for me. And so that ended. And now I'm doing it on my own. And I'm actually having a good time because I get to do it my way. I don't have to listen to anybody. It's what I want, it's what I say. And I appreciate that. So today, the moon is in Leo. The color for Leo is red. Look at my beautiful red flower. Aren't these pretty flowers? I'm using frankincense because frankincense is the essence that opens the heart. And with the moon in Leo, Leo is the energy of enlightenment. It's the energy of leadership. It's the energy of creativity, of your own individual self. It's Leo is the energy that separates you from the other. It's the thing that makes you yourself. Like, because we all have these very similar things. We all have two hands, generally, right? We all have two hands and we're made in this way. But in that, there is an individuality and a uniqueness that is present that is your responsibility to cultivate. And what happens is when we follow the moon, I just love it because, okay, so I'm about to do something different. Here we go. Let's see if I can get it. If I can get myself together here to do this different thing. All right. I got my whiteboard. Okay. Okay, so here is Aries. Aries is at the beginning, and this is the head. And then here is Taurus, it's the second. Taurus is the throat. Gemini is the arms and the shoulders and the lungs and the nervous system. Thank you. Cancer is the breast and the stomach. Cancer is the breast and the stomach. And Leo is the heart. And Virgo is the intestines, the lower intestines. And Libra is the lower, Virgo's the lower intestines and the stomach. Libra is the kidneys and the ovaries and the scrotums. And then Scorpio is your sexual organs, your creative power is here. Sagittarius is your hips. Capricorn is the bones and the skeleton and the structures of your body. Aquarius is a Sagittarius is from the hips to the knees, the thighs also, right? And then Capricorn is the bones, the skeleton that holds it all up. Aquarius is from the knees to the ankles. And Pisces is your feet. And so this is the head and the feet coming together. Now, today, the moon is in Leo, which is at the heart. Last month, we had a new moon, a full moon in Leo last month. And so, because we had a full moon in Leo last month, the light in Leo, the energy in Leo is beginning to decrease because after it reaches the illumination of a full moon, it goes around 12 times in order for the moon to be full. So it's almost like if you had a glass of water and then it will go to all these, and then every month you pour a little bit in, and when the moon gets full, then every month you take a little bit out, right? So now, because the moon is in Leo, gosh, I feel like I'm making this complicated. Because the moon is in Leo, and we had a full moon last month, and we're now going to have a full moon in Virgo on Thursday. So we're in this Leo energy, and we're talking about the Pisces sun, because the moon always reflects the light of the sun. And the Pisces sun is in the place of, it's in the last leg of Pisces. I'm making it too complicated. I really am. I'm not doing a great job. I don't feel great about it, but that's okay. I'm gonna keep going. Because we are in the last phases of Pisces, the last week of Pisces, we are literally illuminating our own creativity, our own connection to our unique ways of accessing the unique way you be yourself. It's your unique expression of yourself. Because here's the thing. Oh, I feel like I'm all over the place. Pisces is this energy that's just, it's raw energy. It's like all the materials, but they're not put together yet. That's what Pisces is. Oh, you're tracking with me. Okay, great. Perfect. All the materials, but they're not put together yet. So when the energy of the sun is in Pisces, all the materials and it's not put together yet, and the moon comes into Leo, literally it's about your heart's desires. Um it's about your heart's desires. And so last month we had a full moon in Leo. So now we have more energy in Leo because the energy is giving out in Leo, right? So what are your heart's desires? What what is it that you really desire for yourself? And when I say this don't have shit to do with nobody else, this don't have shit to do with nobody else. This is just you. Just you. If you could have it the way you wanted it, how would it be? Because it's important for you to understand, as the moon travels and the sun travels around the zodiac, every month it's bringing new energy to different aspects of your life. So right now the moon is in Pisces. Right now it's in Pisces. The sun is in Pisces. So, and we're in eclipse season with the North Node there. And with Neptune, with the North Node, Neptune, and we're about to have a Mercury retrograde and a Venus retrograde. Venus is already retrograde and Mercury is about to retrograde, and they're going to retrograde and go back into Pisces. And so we are getting to mold our energy, our spiritual energy, and you mold it, you create an identity for yourself through getting clear about what your heart really desires and what you really want. And for the next 2 days, we are in Leo, and it's literally, what is it that really lights you up? What gives you joy? What makes you happy? And sometimes we don't have the answers to these questions, so you have to just keep asking. What would make me feel good? What would make me feel happy? What is happiness? What is joy? What would light me up? Because the things that light you up might not light other people up. The things that activate your energy might deactivate somebody else's energy. So you can't look to others to determine these answers for you. These are deeply internal experiences of your own system. And like I said, right here we see that the astrology, when my art gets better, I'll draw a body around here when I can. I'll practice, right? But every part of this cosmic thing that's here, this is it's happening in the sky. This is in the sky. And every time the sun, like the Bible says, there are many mansions in my Father's house. These are the mansions, y'all. The mansions are Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. These are the mansions. There are many mansions in my Father's house. And the Son of God, right? They call him Jesus, but they just usurped his information. The Son is going to go and prepare a mansion for you. The sun right now is in Pisces, preparing that mansion for you in your consciousness. It's happening for you in your consciousness. And Pisces governs the spiritual realm, the unseen realm. That's what Pisces rules. So now that the sun is in Pisces, in the unseen, spiritual, unformed, right? The heavenly realm, unformed, and the moon in Leo, it says, what is it that you really desire? And here's the thing, you will have to give up something. You will have to give up something in order to have what you really desire, right? So it's like, maybe you really desire, there's something in the way from keeping you from what you really desire. And now is the time for you to get clear about what's blocking you and give it up. Right? So you maybe you drink coffee, and by the middle of the day you are tired because you spiked your energy up and then it crashes, right? So in order for you to really use your energy correctly, you might have to give up coffee in order for you to have the energy and power you need to actually move through the day in a way that's actually good for you. Right? So for me, right now, I have to give up. And so we're in Lent season. We're in Lent and we're in Ramadan and all that sort of stuff. They're giving up something to get something. You have to give up something to get something. That's how it works. Okay, you all. So what are you giving up? I have been giving up bread. Bread. I'm giving up bread, and I'm giving up the way I relate to food, the way I use food as an emotional crutch. I'm giving that up. And I'm giving that up to get something. I'm not giving it up to suffer. I'm not giving it up because it's bad for me. I'm giving it up in exchange for what will actually really serve me. And that is how this works. So I hope this is helpful, you guys. I really do hope this is helpful. I hope this makes it clearer. And the reason that, when I talk about the colors and the herbs and the body practices, because all of that creates a synchronicity and an alignment, because the universe speaks frequency. It speaks symbolism. So when you align yourself with the colors and the frequency, you become more congruent internally and externally, and you actually send out the signal that you are in alignment with who you are meant to be, being yourself. Because all of us have been conditioned to be something that we are not. All of us have. And the more we disengage from our old ways of being, externalizing things and believing that things are coming from out there and not understanding that everything is energy, and the energy is magnetizing your every experience to you. With every action, there is an equal reaction, right? So every thought has an equal reaction. Every choice has an equal reaction. So you want to get into the place where you are in alignment with your actions and reactions. Because it's like we live in this duality place where it's, one step forward, two steps back, four steps forward. Like you got to go in to go out. You got to go up to go down. You got to go right to go left. Like things are not like what they seem. Things are in opposition. Things are opposite. So when you get in alignment with the cosmology, even if you are making choices that seem opposite, they're going to get you where you need to be, because that's how this reality is set up. And it's a gentle process of okay, I'm in here and I'm gonna step back, but now I'm here for good. Right? Because the moon is gonna come back around. Here's the thing about the moon that I love. And the moon is the minute hand of our solar system. The moon keeps the time, the daily time, right? So when the sun is in Pisces, the moon goes through, it takes the sun 30 days to go through a sign, or 29 to 30 days, but it takes the moon 2.5 days. So in 30 days, the moon will, every month, the moon goes from Aries to Pisces every month. Every year, the sun goes from Aries to Pisces. So what the sun does in a month, what the sun does in a year, the moon does, what the sun does in a month, the moon does in 2.5 days. And that's what keeps us moving, because the moon rules the water. It's pulling our energy, it's pulling our emotions, and it's aligning us to the mansion that the sun is in. It's giving us the energy to highlight this energy in our lives at this time. And you won't have it again this year, right? This year is the last, you won't have it again. So then the sun, in a few days, we're going to have spring, and my cat, and the sun is going to go into Aries, and we're going to have the spring equinox. We're going to have eclipses. And so we're literally opening up. Aries rules the head, right? So we're opening up a new possibility, new ideas, new thoughts. Like when you go outside and the flowers are blooming, right? You're going to bloom. You are also blooming. Just like you see the flowers coming to life, you are coming to life with new life. But are you doing new things? Are you taking new actions? Are you thinking new thoughts? Are you organizing a new way of being? All right, y'all, that was hard. Peace and blessings. I love y'all so much. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna be doing it. I am gonna do this some more. I just have to practice, because I appreciate you letting me know that you understood what I was saying. If you need support, you can go look at my website and book coaching sessions and coaching packages. It is healwithmoonmama.com. Get it, sis. This is your genius and your ministry. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Whew. Thank you. Thank you. This is all I ever wanted to do. When I was, things are absolutely happening for us and not against us. When I was in my 30s, I used to work at Fox Sports, and one day I was working for this man who was a lovely man, and he wasn't in the office a lot because they were corporate. You know, he wasn't in the office a lot, and I was in his office, and I heard the voice of God say, "You're going to be a minister," and I grew up in a family of ministers. Like my great grandfather, we still have a church up the street. Like we still have, my family church is still there, that my grandfather, Southern Missionary Baptist Church. That was my grandfather's church, my family's church. And when I heard the voice say, "You're going to be a minister," I was like, nah, I won't be doing Jesus. No, 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 no. I won't do it. And I was depressed. I was literally depressed. Like, what do you mean? And now I get it. Now I'm like, oh, it's the Son. It's not Jesus. And so here I am being a minister. And we are creating our church at Follow the Sun. And it's literally about following the sun through your own consciousness every day. It's this is how we activate the energy of Christ within us, or Haru, or Ra, or the deity that is in you. You are the living expression of God. And how do we access it? Is by following the cosmology. It's so incredible. It's so incredible. So anyway, with that, I want to show y'all my little kitty who is down here doing her thing. Look at that little sweet girl. All right, you all. Peace and blessings. Have a really beautiful day. Bye bye. You want to say bye bye?